Et la piste est maintenant fermée à la reconnaissance. Fermeture de la piste à la reconnaissance pour cette première manche de finale en individuel des championnats d'Europe de jumping. À la reconnaissance, piste fermée donc pour vivre ensemble ce premier acte de la finale en individuel. Premier acte donc qui va nous permettre déjà peut-être de départager les 6 couples cavaliers-poneys sans faute au provisoire au terme de 3 parcours, puisque oui, l'histoire a commencé jeudi matin, c'est un premier exercice des championnats d'Europe. Alors ce premier exercice comptait en individuel et pour l'équipe. Vendredi, il y avait la finale en 2 manches pour les équipes et puis aujourd'hui, finale à nouveau en 2 manches, mais cette fois pour l'individuel. Je vous propose de découvrir le parcours ensemble, celui qui attend les cavaliers, un parcours coté à 1,35 m. Ils sont 31, si je ne m'abuse, à repartir dans cette épreuve dans l'ordre inverse du classement provisoire établi à l'issue 3 premiers exercices que les cavaliers ont déjà eu devant eux. Ces dessins signés Quentin Pernet et Jean-Pierre Minot. 445 mètres de distance à un tempo moyen de 350 mètres minutes. Attend donc les cavaliers et les 31 poneys. La cote des obstacles 1,35 m et on va partir d'ailleurs en vertical. Le vertical en numéro 1 mesure 1,30 m, les maisons au toit de chaume. Ensuite, à gauche, sans perdre trop de temps, attention au chronomètre. Attention au chronomètre accordé de 77 secondes sur ce parcours. Le premier auxerre, aux couleurs d'abeille assurance, mesure très exactement 1,33 m de haut, 1,35 m de large. Ensuite, entre cet auxerre abeille assurance et le vertical en mur numéro 3, nous avons 5 foulées. 5 foulées ici qui paraissent assez normales sur le papier, mais attention, encore un élément un peu particulier qui est ce mur ici, que vont devoir donc bien juger cavaliers comme poneys. Un peu de temps pour respirer avant de repartir sur l'auxerre. L'auxerre des vitraux là-bas en numéro 4. La particularité de cet auxerre, c'est bien évidemment ces barres unies aux couleurs dorées ici. Un obstacle déjà important, 1,35 m pour la hauteur, 1,40 m pour la largeur. Mais après cet auxerre, rien n'est terminé puisqu'il va bien falloir contrôler la direction de chaque poney ici. Et l'angle qui va nous permettre d'aller aborder ce qui va être très important sur cet exercice, cette première manche de finale en individuel, à savoir le triple. On rentre avec un vertical aux barres naturelles et bleues. On continue ensuite après 2 foulées. Et de 1,40 m. 1,35 m le premier vertical, 1,35 m le deuxième vertical et 1,32 m la hauteur de l'auxerre pour sortir de cet exercice, sortir du triple. Ensuite, on va avoir un contrat de foulée à respecter, mais surtout un choix à faire, puisqu'ici, il va y avoir une décision à prendre, 7 ou 8 foulées. Alors forcément, en fonction de l'amplitude des chevaux, mais aussi en fonction du passage du triple. Soit on va se retrouver un peu à l'extérieur, et là, va peut-être falloir décider d'aller chercher 8 foulées, soit on va se retrouver un peu à l'intérieur, Et peut-être que les 7 foulées seront le bon choix pour ce nouveau contrat avant les verticales Veredus. On a déjà vu l'obstacle tomber bien des fois ici sur cette semaine de compétition au Mans à l'occasion des championnats d'Europe Ponies. Un peu de temps pour respirer, mais attention au chronomètre accordé. Je pense qu'il faudra passer devant le vertical sous bassement bidet pour aller aborder cet auxerre. On est dos au paddock, on est déjà au 7e élément du parcours. Les poneys peuvent être un peu éreintés par rapport à leur début de week-end. Alors attention, bien les garder au contrôle, bien les garder concentrés pour aller chercher ce premier vertical très étroit qu'ils rencontrent pour la première fois. Ces barres très larges, après 7 foulées un peu courtes, 30 mètres très exactement entre l'auxerre multicolore des hippocampes et puis ce vertical Poneas. Numéro 8 donc, avant d'aborder ce qui va être la deuxième combinaison de ce parcours, le double, les lampadaires, les barres jaunes, marron et noires, après 6 foulées. 6 foulées cette fois appuyées quelque peu, puisque la distance très exacte est de 25,80 mètres. Une foulée entre l'auxerre et le vertical pour sortir du double. À nouveau, un tracé à soigner ici avant d'aller aborder la rivière. L'équipe des Garennes est en train de soigner le réglage des appareils photo pour immortaliser d'ailleurs ces magnifiques sauts qui vont être faits ici sur cet élément numéro 10. Michel Mathieu, juge belge, sera au contrôle ici à cette rivière. Et si les poneys touchent la plasticine, cette bande orange en réception de rivière, il lèvera la main pour annoncer une faute. Rien n'est terminé après la rivière. Encore 8 belles foulées attendent ici les poneys. Revenir au contrôle, reprendre un peu le calme si on a un peu lancé le poney pour la couverture de cet obstacle particulier. Et puis ces barres blanches, noires et grises en avant-dernier élément du parcours, le numéro 11, l'Auxerre of Course Le Mans. On respire un peu, mais pas trop. Ce n'est pas terminé pour les cavaliers, pour les 31 poneys qui vont s'élancer ici sur ce parcours. Et on va donc terminer juste devant le public, juste devant la tribune, sur un vertical, sous bassement bidet, les barres orange et blanches du numéro 12. Bien soigner l'axe de cet obstacle que nous réserve ici, une nouvelle fois, Quentin Pernet, Jean-Pierre Menot, en signature de cette première manche en individuel. Alors, pour résumer, il y a 12 obstacles, il y a 140 mètres à courir en 77 secondes maximum. Karen, Arnaud, peut-être un peu de traduction pour nos amis anglophones.
Well, welcome to this,
A very good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nick Wood, and a very warm welcome back to Le Mans here in the northwest of France for the final action at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023 here at the FEI Jump, the Pôle Européen de Cheval. And what an afternoon of action we have ahead of us with the show jumping individual final. It will be over 2 Table A rounds, 2 single Table A rounds with 31 ponies and their riders due to come forwards here into the main arena at Le Mans. Well, once again, as there were for the jumping finals on Friday, there will be 12 numbered fences, 15 jumping efforts. This time, though, set at 1.35 meters. Speed, once again, 350 meters per minute. So there's 15 jumping efforts, 12 numbered fences with the treble at 5 and the double at number 9. So this individual final following the terrific team competition that had its final on Friday here at Le Mans, and victorious on Friday afternoon, Ireland. Sweden in the silver medal position, and then after that great jump off with France, it was Great Britain who took the bronze medal spot. Well, this afternoon's action here at Le Mans following the final phase this morning, the show jumping phase of the eventing here at the Pony European Championships. And what a morning it was for Germany, taking team gold and taking all the spots on the podium. It was gold, silver and bronze this morning in the eventing for Germany, as well as that team gold. And then in silver, the home team nation, and Ireland in bronze position. But it is the show jumping final that we concentrate on this afternoon. The first of the 2 rounds about to get underway. And the first combination for Hungary, it is Sarolt Gubicka aboard the Scuderia SA's FEI 4 Saisons. Well, they bring forwards a championship penalty tally of 20. And those tallies are after 3 rounds, which incorporated the initial qualifying competition on Thursday morning, and then the 2 rounds of the team final on Friday, and those 2 rounds of the team final on Friday contributing to the penalty tally for the individual ponies and their riders. Well, coming forward to this individual final, we have 6 riders on a penalty score of 0, including the 2022 individual gold medalist for Ireland. And we have 7 riders on 4 faults, 6 riders on 8 faults, 5 riders on 12 faults, 4 riders on 16 faults, and other riders with a few more penalties. So it is Sarolt Gubicka and FEI 4 Saisons to get us underway. Well, 4 faults already, unfortunately, for the Hungarian combination. That tight turn to that Oxa. Getting very close into the wall there, chipping an extra stride in FEI 4 Saisons, but like so many of these ponies, incredibly clever and hugely impressive as they come out of the bottom of some of these fences. Now off the corner to the treble at 5. 2 strides between the first 2 elements, then 1 stride between the second and the third. Dogleg right to the 6th fence, the upright, then off the corner again to this big Oxa. No problem at all for FEI 4 Saisons. Then the skinnier day. And number 9, another of the doubles, another of the double jumping effort fences, the first element going down. Then the water, and then straight on to the Oxa, and as the horses are asked to extend their frame yet keep their shape over the water, the horses then being asked to come back for the fence after, and no problem at all for Sarolt Gubicka and FEI 4 Saisons at those last 2 fences. But it is a total of 33 championship penalties. But, well done to Sarolt Gubicka and FEI 4 Saisons, getting us underway here in the second of the 2 single rounds for the individual show jumping final here at the FEI Pony European Championships at Le Mans 2023. So a couple of time faults to add there as well. Now for Germany, Franca Clementine Crowley aboard Karim van Orchid.
Avec Karim van Orchid, un qui s'élance avec ce formidable poney qui a déjà couru.
An NRPS Chestnut Stallion, 14 years old, by Kanchbera.
Eh bien, Franca Clementine ici court son premier championnat d'Europe avec ce Karim van Orchid. Bonne chance à elle, bonne chance à la têtière 122 normale.
First European Championship together. Franca Clementine.
Well, a number of these ponies taking part in their second or more European Championship. This is the first European Championship together for Karim van Orchid and Franca Clementine Crowley. And these ponies always so enthusiastic, whatever their age. And some of these ponies changing hands and then go on to younger riders who continue to have 2 or 3 years at the very top pony level. Neatly over number 2, that big Oxa. Well, no problem seeing the forward fluent stride at the wall, number 3. We're just tapping out the front bar of that third element of the Oxa. Yeah, pushing forwards, super forward strides over the second of the doubles. And no loss of rhythm. Although we do have four faults showing. Now the tally goes to 8. So 8 it is after the front rail of that fine Loxer goes down at 12 for Franca Clementine Crowley and Karim van Orchid S, taking their score for the 4 rounds here at Le Mans to 28.
8 faults, 74.09 the time, so she's well within.
74.09 the time, so 77 seconds allowed it is. 77 seconds it is.
8 faults for Franca Clementine Crowley and Karim van Orchid for Germany.
Deuxième de la Coupe des Nations à Compiègne à travers un sans faute qu'elle a porté à l'équipe belge. Voici la cavalière Marthe-Louise Dieu que vous pouvez encourager s'il vous plaît. Souhaitez-lui bonne chance avec Swarovski.
Well, now Belgium, it is Martha Louise Dieu and Swarovski.
La fille d'Enidle-Ron.
Belgium in the arena. Swarovski is the name of the Belgian warm-blood mare, age 9, owned by Herman Klaasjens, ridden by Marthe Louise Dieu. Combination that.
Swarovski by Enidle-Ron out of Et Voilà by Vision. Yeah, just looking at the strides that this pony got. Again, lovely forward flowing strides. 5 strides it was in between the parallel, the oxer and the wall, the blue wall. Now to this treble. There's 2 strides between the first 2 elements. Then 1 stride to the oxer, the third element. Very neatly over the upright at 8. And the second element of that double going down, so 4 it is so far. Oh, the pony really fighting for its head there, going up to that fence after the water. Now off the corner, that big upright to finish. Very cleverly set at number 12, that final fence off the corner. So 24 it is, 24 championship penalties after the 4 faults in the first of the individual final rounds for Martha Louise Dieu and Swarovski.
For the second time at the European Championships. Last year she did not qualify for this final 30 for the top individual medals.
Well, now for Denmark, Olivier Dressler and Yasmin Holly. Well, although in her second European Championships for ponies, this is the first time that the combination have qualified to come forwards to the individual final, and we wish them well.
Cette année, elle remportait la Coupe des Nations de Drammen en Norvège, donc en apportant un sans faute. Et donc,
well, this is a combination who did so well in the first qualifying competition on Thursday morning. They were clear in 69.54, and in fact the top 3, like a number of them were on Thursday morning, clear, but the top 3 under the 70-second mark. It was against the clock, it was under table A3. Well, you can see how that pony got under 70 seconds for that round on Thursday morning. Skipping round, certainly likes to move forwards like a number of these ponies do, wasting no time whatsoever. It's not against the clock, there is of course that time allowed of 77 seconds, but certainly covering the ground here in the main arena at Le Mans. Olivier Dressler and Jasmine Holly. Just a neat little stride before the double. Almost taking a stride out before the water and a front foot going in the water. So 4 it is Yeah, just standing a little bit possibly off that water to the final fence of the upright. Off the corner, 4 it is, 68.79 again. Absolutely no problem at all for time. Very nearly 69 seconds against the 77 seconds allowed. So 24 championship penalties so far for Olivia Dressler and Jasmine Holly.
That fault on the river. It was a beautiful round otherwise. The next to go for Belgium is Émile Duchesne, his first European Championships. They were third in the Grand Prix CSIP 2 weeks ago.
Vous accueillez maintenant en piste, s'il vous plaît, le deuxième Belge de cette épreuve.
Well, now Émile Duchesne and Orchid S. Rolando. 16 penalties they carry forwards to the first of the individual final rounds. Very good result in one of our very strong pony European Grand Prix in the last few weeks, this combination. And the back rail of that oxer going down. No problem at all at the treble, flowing over all three elements. Huge over that oxer, being brought back and absolutely in the middle of the, some would call it a style fence, the skinny fence at show jumping fence. That unfortunately then the front or the back rail of that, of the first part of the double going down. Having to reach, and in fact 12 penalties because having to reach and just a little bit of a bridge too far for Orchid S. Rolando at that water. A toe in the water there, so it is 12 in total for this first individual show jumping final round for Émile Duchesne and Orchid S. Rolando.
Soit 12 points pour 75 secondes 89. Le temps de 77 secondes ne pose pas trop de soucis pour le moment, Karen.
12 faults, but they're in the 77 seconds. 75.89 seconds for Émile Duchesne with Orchids Rolando for Belgium.
Well, now for the Netherlands. This is Bethany Vos aboard Still Got Me. 12-year-old bay gelding, owned by Bethany herself and also Wim Vos. And bred by Mogag Croquet.
Par équipe à l'occasion des championnats d'Europe de Strigom avec ce même poney, son fidèle Still Got Me qu'elle mène maintenant depuis 3 saisons. 5e du Grand Prix du CSIP des Zwiedel aux Pays-Bas. C'était au mois de juin. Bonne chance ici à Bethany Vos avec Still Got Me. Les Pays-Bas entrent dans la danse ici sur cette première manche en individuel.
Well, just showing the scope, ability and courage of these ponies. Really close into that big oxer, but came out unbelievably well. Wonderful crowd, spectators here this afternoon as we had for the team show jumping final on Friday afternoon. So many ground level and elevated level vantage points here around this main arena at Le Mans. And just popping that back rail of the front of the first element of that double out of its cuts. Pushing onto the water. Just remaining on 4 faults. And once again, Still Got Me showing so much scope, outstanding scope. And out over that. Upright, 2 complete. So 4 faults it is.
On the double combination.
So 20 penalties in total after those penalties in this round. 20 penalties for Bethany Vos and Still Got Me.
Ludovica Camerlengo and Orchids Annuncia. Orchids Annuncia, he was at the European Championship last year, but with a Belgian rider.
Et ce numéro 9 qui semble assez sensible, assez
well, now Ludovica Camerlengo aboard Orchids Annuncia. Well, Ludovica himself competed at Stregholm both last year and in 2021. Stregholm hosting the FEI European Championships for ponies last year and the year before. Well, Ludovico a versatile rider. One international jumping victory, but also 6 international dressage victories at the international level. Well, carrying 4 already from the early parts of this 12 fence course. 12 fences, 15 jumping efforts, and just very, very lightly touching the front bar of that oxer as well. That just slipping out of its cuts. Coming inside the orange and white upright there to turn left of this big oxer, and just pushing that front pole out as well of that oxer. They're all jumping with 8 so well so far. We'll just see, yeah, looked as though stepped into the water there, Orchids and Isia, and that's exactly what happened. 12-year-old mare, who is now through the finishing beams, those timing beams to finish. So Ludovicia Carmalengo and Orchids and Isia with 32 penalties for their 4 rounds.
Qui alourdit le score ici pour l'Italie en 32 points.
Ludovica Camerlengo finishes with 16 faults in 75.38 seconds. Next to go for Sweden is Disa Hammerstedt. She's riding.
So now we move to Sweden.
The South Francis stallion by Dexter Limpondi. And they're on 12.
Well, this is a combination for Sweden who bring forward 12 faults, 3 roll poles over the course of the last 3 rounds. It is Disa Hammerstedt with the grey stallion, the grey Celle Française stallion d'Arriveur Dimier, owned by Michelle Wilson. d'Arriveur Dimier brought forward and ridden by Disa Hammerstedt. He was just fighting for his head a little bit coming around the corner, d'Arriveur Dimier, and taking the top rail, the plank from the first element of the double, and now pushing that top rail off the upright. Another fabulous jump we've seen this afternoon over that oxer off the corner. So 16 penalties, now 20 penalties so far in this round, the first round for the individual finalists. They come off the corner to that last fence. So 20 it is, 20 it is. Good time, 69.7, well within the 77 seconds allowed. So Disa Hammerstedt and d'Arriveur Dimier have a championship tally so far of 32 penalties. Well, just a reminder that 6 riders coming into this individual final with no penalties whatsoever, 7 with 4, 6 with 8. Well, now the home team have Luan Béraud and Ungara of Cacophony in the arena. Our host nation represented
Luan Béraud is next to go with Ungaro of Cacophony.
By Luan Béraud and Ungaro of Cacophony.
With d'Arriveur Dimier was in 16 faults for Sweden. Luan Béraud is French reigning champion, and she was bronze team medalist at Stragom last year, 4th individually.
So the reigning French pony combination champions on their way. Well, Luan Béraud really rides every inch of these courses with Ungaro of Cacophony. They really have a great understanding, and it obviously works so well between them. still carrying a clean sheet. Rumbero and Ungaro of Cacophony, individually 4th in stroke home last year. Yeah, and another to put a foot in the water. Part of that French silver medal winning team last year, Luambero and Ungaro of Cacophony. So a championship tally of 20. So individually that puts them in 23rd place.
Both of the 4 faults on the water with the river and the water tray at 12. Sweden is next to go
the
with
water
Verily
and the
Bartelsson
final
Northern,
fence
their
with the
first
water
European
tray catching
Championship.
out our
They were
French
7th in the Grand Prix
combination.
in Hagen.
Well now
This year,
Verily,
so
Bartelsson Northern and Vertige de Belleba. 12 championship penalties towards this first round for the individual final. Next rider for Sweden.
Produit de Zodiac Syndical Inaro, leur premier championnat d'Europe, leur deuxième saison ensemble et déjà des classements en Grand Prix CSIOP, notamment à Hagen au mois de juin.
Sweden it was who took that silver medal position in the team competition on Friday afternoon. And another to come inside that orange and white upright off the corner, skimming over that, just touching the back bar of that oxer, close into the narrow fence, got away with it. And just pushing forwards the top pole of the second element of the double. So 4 it is so forth for the Swedish combination. Yeah, and another. This water is proving very influential in this first round of the individual final. Another to put step a toe into it. This time Vertige de Belleba. So Verily Bartelsson Northern and Vertige de Belleba with 24 then it is for their 4 rounds. 4 rounds to date. Of course, the second round of this individual final to follow this first round, and there will be a jump off. There will be a jump off after the 2 rounds. Should there be equality?
Tilly Bamford for Great Britain is next.
Well, now Tilly Bamford is forward for Great Britain.
13-year-old
Tilly Bamford aboard
championship.
the 13-year-old Lapi Lazulusi. Lapi Lazuli. Well, they have been part of podium British teams over the years, and the Bamford family, leading thoroughbred and racehorse owners. We had a very good win yesterday at Ascot, and in the saddle on that winning horse was a former European individual eventing champion. Looking for our first clear in this first round of the individual final. So they're just neatly within that time allowed of 77 seconds. So Tilly Bamford and Lapi Lazuli without 8 faults to add from this round, have a championship tally of 20 for Tilly Bamford and Lapi Lazuli.
Ici cette semaine, puisque médaillé de bronze dans l'équipe de Claire Whittaker.
Next to go for Monaco is Audrey Venturi. She was riding for Italy last season. It's their fifth season in a pony competition. She's riding next to...
Well, now for Monaco, the sole representative for Monaco. This is Marie-Noëlle Venturi's Rex de Door, Grey Stallion by Dexter Limpondi, and ridden by Audrey Venturi. Well, this is a combination who've been together for a number of years now.
Leur deuxième championnat, puisque l'année dernière, la cavalière courait pour les couleurs italiennes.
Well, a combination who jumped really well on Thursday and in the 2 rounds of the team competition. Obviously, Monaco without enough numbers to make up a team, but all our individuals also coming forwards to those 2 rounds of the team final on Friday afternoon, and another to put step into the water. Well, over that final fence with the water tray underneath it, but 4 it is for this round. So they have 16. Well, they jumped really well, and perhaps the 12 faults that they brought to this final round, not representative of just how well this combination jumped on Thursday and on Friday. Well, now for France, the host nation forwards once again. This time Lana Messina with Casper's Ronaldo. They have just 2 roll poles, so 8 penalties to bring forwards to this final individual championship here in the sunshine at Le Mans.
For Audrey Venturi, unfortunately, 4 faults on the river, and so her total penalties, 16 penalties total. Next in the arena now is Lana Messina for France on Casper's Ronaldo. They're on 8 faults. Casper's Ronaldo, aged 11.
Well, at the moment, time is no problem, as these ponies, as I was calling earlier, like to skip forwards, and certainly that's the case with these ponies. They cover the ground extremely well, and really covering the ground there to that wall. Lana Messina and Casper's Ronaldo, fabulous over the treble. Turn right. Equally well over the blue and white upright. Another one to come very nicely inside the orange and white upright before negotiating this oxer, which is jumped equally impressively. And the back pole of that first element of the oxer going down. We've seen that go down several times this afternoon. Now, what will the water hold for this combination? Clear at the water, so a good stride. Came back neatly for that oxer. So to the final fence. Well, an unfortunate 4 penalties there for Lure, for Lana Messina and Casper's Ronaldo. So 4 it is at the double to add to the 8 faults they brought forwards to this round.
Total of 12 faults for Lana Messina with Casper's Ronaldo, with 4 faults on this course, so once again on the river. Otherwise the pony jumped beautifully for Lana. They were in 73.94, so quite inside the time. Next to go.
So we are with Great Britain once again, and we are with Florence Zaruski's Vaughan de Zuid, with Madison Seedhouse aboard. 14-year-old Grey Gelding by Dexter Limpondi. Well, this accommodation, who was second in the Pony Grand Prix at the De Volden Youth Festival in the Netherlands, after winning the Lapprethugen Grand Prix in Austria. So, great season coming here to these European finals, European Championships, for Madison Seedhouse and Vaughan de Visite. And in fact, another goes down, so it's 8 already for this combination. Yeah, really nicely done into that double. Madison seeing the stride from a long way off, and Vaughan de Visite in a great rhythm. Well, went well over the... no problem with that stride over the water, but again another tipping a toe in. And of course, if they are just catching their eye on something ahead, they can just drop slightly short of the marker at the end of that water.
Eh bien, voici à présent la troisième porteuse du drapeau français, s'il vous plaît, à 8 points.
So 20 it is for the British combination to take forwards to the second of the second of the rounds for this individual final. Well, now we're with France once again, and in 14th place coming into this first round for the individual final, Gaëtan Oran with Champagne d'Arcos. There's 6 riders on 8 faults coming into this first round of the individual final after the 3 earlier rounds that have counted towards this final.
Pony that was bronze in the French Championship and was previously ridden by Romain, her sister.
Well, there's another pony who was ridden at the top level by another rider. In fact, it was the sister of the French rider in the arena at the moment. They're carrying 4 faults. So Gaëtan Oran's sister, who rode this pony. 4 it is. They carry forwards to fence 9, and that was a fairly sudden stop. Didn't look to be a lot wrong with the stride or the forward momentum. Once again, something perhaps catching the eye of the pony. No fence to check, so they can come straight in again, represent. And once again, the pony not liking the look of that. Well, really unfortunate for the French combination of Gaëtan Oran and Champagne d'Arcos.
Avec Champagne d'Arcus, continuez s'il vous plaît de saluer la cavalière. Je crois qu'elle va retenter là, histoire de laisser son champagne.
So those two refusals mean it is elimination from this round. But our live commentator in the arena just saying, please carry on, jump a fence to get the confidence. So they pop over an upright. So we're now with the Netherlands once again. We continue with the 8 faulters, those having 2 fences down coming into this final. And it is Ave Eden van Grunsen aboard Special Lady. Well, this combination were members of the Dutch team both last year and 2021 in Streg at the Pony Europeans. And it was Team Bronze in 2022 for the Netherlands last year, and Team Silver in 2021. Oh, just touching the top of that plank, the middle part of that treble, but it stays. Time allowed, 77 seconds. Not against the clock, but over and above that. Penalties incurred over the time allowed, and the front pole of the Oxer going down. How will they be at the water? Clear at the water, so still just carrying the 4 faults as they speed over that Oxer. Very nippy special lady, and very smart also at that final fence. So Eva Eden van Grunsen and Special Lady, 4 faults to add today, so they have a championship penalty tally of 12 and go into 16th place overall as it stands at the moment. So Great Britain forwards once again.
With 2 wins in Grand Prix for Harriet Hodge and Little
And it is Harriet Hodge and Little Charlie. Little Charlie, the former event pony who ran so successfully up to the British Eventing 100 level. Harriet Hodge, trained by Joe Whittaker. And this is a combination who won the Grand Prix at the De Volden Youth Festival in Zuidwold, the Netherlands. Giving the Oxer a bit of a rap there. Yeah, 6 it is for strides between the 2 fences with the double at the end of the 2 fences, still carrying the 4 faults, went well over the water. And absolutely in the middle of that final fence. What an unfortunate 4 faults it was, because it was a fabulous round, knocking the Oxer down early on in the round with these 12 fences. Harriet Hodge and Little Charlie, 12 it is then. 12 it is that they will carry forwards, 12 penalties they will carry forwards to the second round for this individual show jumping final. To Scandinavia once again, and to Denmark, and it is Palmer, Sophie Gry, Janssen Christensen aboard Borissi des Aveline.
Le Danemark est donc en place et prêt à en découdre sur ce parcours en 1,35 m, 445 mètres de distance.
Borissi des Aveline, that's the name of the horse, of the mare. Palma Sophie Gry Janssen Christensen have only been associated since April. Already have 3.
Well, a relatively new combination. Certainly been successful though in the run up to these European Championships. And a combination who were 4th in the first qualifying competition on Thursday morning. Just off the podium, but took their place in the arena as the top 5 to come forwards for the prize giving. Yeah, 6 strides between the upright and then the double. Very smartly over that double. Borissi des Aveline. Now to the water. Big leap over that water. Looked good. Yes, it was. Just waiting to see if any penalty did come up. Well, jump that water as well as anybody this afternoon. And there we are. We have our first clear round. The music rings out here in the arena. They stay on 8 championship penalties after this first round of the individual final. Palmer Sophie Gry Janssen Christensen for Denmark aboard Borissi des Aveline. Well, this first round is proving, I won't say difficult to jump, but there are plenty of ponies just tipping out the odd pole or putting a foot in the water. So a clear round is extremely valuable, and it goes to the Danish combination.
Dutch warm blood mare. It's their first season together. And William Maloney.
Well, now for Ireland, it is Emily Maloney and Lady Crown. We of course have our individual gold medalist from Stregholm last year to come forwards. He will be the last to go. It will be James Derwin aboard the Irish sport horse Rincula Babog. But now the turn for Ireland of Emily Maloney and Lady Crown. Well, this is a combination who have 2 international victories.
Sur le CSIOP, c'était en juin dernier. L'Irlande donc en piste et on est passé maintenant au compteur à 4 points au provisoire.
And unfortunately, the first element of that treble going down. We were just saying, even when the ponies are jumping really well, clear round's hard to come by. Just popped a little extra stride in there, Lady Crown, before the narrow upright, the white narrow upright. We're certainly travelling on the right rein around that far corner. Pushing forwards towards the water. Remaining on 4 faults. Clear at the water, clear at the oxer. And nicely over that final fence, but 4 it is. Yeah. Even though we've seen some super rounds from our ponies, just difficult to keep a clean sheet for them in this first round of the individual final. Apart, of course, from one who we saw a short while ago for the Netherlands.
Great Britain is next to go with Isabella Rogers, part of the
well, now
team that were
Isabella Rogers and Neil 5-5.
Great Britain. Isabella Rogers.
Well, this is a combination. We're part of the British bronze medal winning team on Friday. Went head to head with the host nation France in that jump off. And all 4 riders due to come forwards, but courtesy of 2 clears for Great Britain against 1 clear for France after the first 3 riders had gone. It was Ireland, it was Great Britain who were in bronze medal position. In fact, 3 clears of course it was when the first 3 had gone for Great Britain in that jump off. Well, no problem at the water. Superb. Wonderful round for Great Britain's Isabella Rogers and Neil 55. They stay on their championship tally of 4 faults. Neil 5-5 the pony, Isabella Rogers the rider. Also a member of the British team in 2022, Isabella Rogers and Neil 55. Great Britain 4th last year in the team standings in the show jumping at the Pony Europeans. Well, now for Germany, also carrying forwards 4 faults into this first round, the first of the 2 rounds for the individual show jumping final. Carlotto Merschforman and Black Pearl SHNRW. 7 riders in total, bringing forwards 4 penalties to this first round of the individual final.
On 4 faults, Carlota Merschforman with Black Pearl SHNRW, Westphalian mare. owned by Rüdiger Otelips.
"15-year-old Westphalian mare on the back bar of that. Oxer coming down. And the first part of the treble, the second part as well. So carrying 12 so far in this round. That Oxer off the corners jumped so very, very well. Another impressive jump, this time from Blackpool SHNRW. Well, we haven't really seen any problems at that narrow upright before the double, but unfortunately the top bar going down for Blackpool SHNRW. Let's see what happens at the water. Yeah, foot in the water as well. Germany filling all three podium places in the eventing this morning, and Team Gold in the eventing. Absolutely brilliant performance from Germany this morning, the team and the individuals in the eventing, quite superb. But it is 24 total championship penalties for Carotte Meshforman and Blackpool SHNRW, an expensive round for this German combination, putting them into 22nd place so far.
The team gold medal on Friday. Abby Oki riding.
Well, now for Ireland, Abby Oki and Boutade Saint Hermel. It was Ireland who took team gold on Friday in that team show jumping final with a 0 score, phenomenal from the Irish team, and Boutade Saint Hermel and Abby Oakley very much part of that team. And 4 faults they have individually, but of course drop scores from one of the 4 in each of the teams that came forwards on Friday morning and afternoon. Enabling Ireland to keep that clean sheet. But I was saying on Friday, the Irish combinations looking so strong, so accomplished, and that really borne out in that result in the team final on Friday. No problem at that double. So now to the influential water. Yeah, 4 again. Met it well. You could arguably say stood off a little bit, but it's not easy off that corner, and jumped it as well as anybody. But unfortunately, a foot in the water, and also the top bar of that final fence going down as well. So 8 for this round, 4 from the previous round, so 12 it is for Abby Oki and Boutade Saint Hermel, putting them into 13th position in the standings at the moment.
So a final total of 12 faults for Abby Oki, Boutade Saint Hermel.
Well, we continue with the 4 faulters from the first 3 rounds that have contributed towards the individual show jumping tallies, and it is Matilda Hansen with Helga THO, part of the silver medal team on Thursday.
Aged 11.
Mathilde Hansen, en effet, qui a apporté sa contribution pour aller chercher l'argent par équipe
Helga
avec les couleurs
THO, owned by Karina Tornbaum and Olaf Tornbaum.
La cavalière est à 4 points en provisoire et déjà 2 victoires cette année.
11-year-old KWPN mare, ridden by Matilda Hansen.
De la Suède.
Five strides there between the Oxer and that blue wall. Of course, quite a long striding pony that had to be neat after that final stride before the wall. perfect at the treble. To the water, stood off it, but clean, magnificent over the water, coming to the last, and clear. We have our third clear round of the afternoon in this individual show jumping final, and it goes to Matilda Hansson and Helga THO for Sweden. They stay on their championship penalty tally of 4, just 4 penalties to take forwards to the second round of the individual final for Matilda Hansson and Helga THO.
Well, the third clear round this afternoon, that was for Sweden, and wasn't it a lovely clear round? Laura Tiskens is next to go.
Laura Tiskens now with Nevea, who has taken her place in the European Championships for ponies in at Stockholm, both last year and in 2021. Laura Tiskens aboard Suzy Limons Neveo. Fourteen-year-old BWP gelding by Jerome van der Windelhoef. And 4 already in this round. (31 in total, due to come forwards for this first round of the individual show jumping final. Well, we haven't seen many problems at the double, the spread off the corner there, but well, we haven't seen many just pull a pole down. Unfortunately, they are doing that. So 8 it is in total. Now to the water. No problem at the very influential water. And over that final fence. They clean over that final fence. Laura Tiskens and Neveo. So 12 it is. 8 from this round. 12, 4 from the previous rounds, the previous 3 rounds.
Total score of 12 faults for Laura Tiskens with Navajo for Belgium. And it's Germany in the arena now with Leonie Pander, their first European Championship. Their third season together.
Well, now in their first European Championships together, Leonie Panda and Indy Mill A.
Horse aged, the mare aged 10.
Indy Mill A, Anglo-European Studbook registered mare by Pepper Mill, by the great show jumper Pepper Mill. Owned by Hans-Jörg Brigmeier. And actually bred by Elizabeth Forrester. Super towards that double and over the 2 elements of that double. Forward, smooth, fluent. Now over the water. Yeah, well jumped at the water. Got in just tight enough to make sure they could get to the other side without putting a foot in the water. So just the four to add from this round. 8 in total for Leonie Pander and Indy Mill A to carry forwards to the second round this afternoon.
Well, unfortunately that was shaving a little bit quickly to that very wide oxer, Leonie Pander with Indy Mill A, and 4 faults added to her score, so she finishes on a score of 8 after this first leg. Ireland is next.
Well, now we're going to move to Ireland, and the first of 2 sequential Irish combinations to come forwards. And it is Paddy Reap aboard Jonathan Reap's Fernando. Fernando by the very well-known Contendro. 13-year-old Fernando. Part of that gold medal winning team, Irish gold medal winning team in the team competition on Friday afternoon. And what a performance. An exhibition they gave of show jumping. We're just popping in a little one there, but whatever the stride, no problem at all to Fernando. Well, this combination just continuing where they left off on Friday afternoon. Again, forwards to number 9, yet very much within himself, Fernando. No loss of rhythm whatsoever. Now to the influential water. Asks for the stride. Gets it. And gets a smart jump over it. Clear over the water. Clear over the oxer. Are we going to have our fourth clear? The answer is... Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So the first of our combinations to come forwards with no penalties from the first 3 rounds is clear. So they maintain that 0 penalty score from 4 rounds that have tallied so far for Paddy Reap and Fernando. Another brilliant round for Ireland and another brilliant round for Paddy Reap aboard Fernando, who was also a member of that Irish team in 2022. So 6 riders in total to come forwards with the 0 penalties after the show jumping rounds on Thursday and on Friday. So now the second of the Irish riders, second of those sequential Irish riders, this time Sparkling Lackamore Joey and Kiandor. Also on that score of 0. Enabling Ireland to have that clean sheet on Friday afternoon. Brilliant over the water. Well, we're going to have our second successive Irish clear round.
Oh, that was
4 faults. 4
4
faults.
for Kiandor.
4 it is.
Sparkling Lackamore Joey didn't quite cover that wide oxer there.
So it was the oxer that went down.
Ah, il s'en veut, hein, le cavalier. Il a tout de suite regardé réception de l'obstacle.
Kiandor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey. So, unfortunate 4 faults.
72 secondes de 33 et amène son score donc ici pour une possible 6e place ex aequo à 4 points. Robin Vermeer à présent. Nous partons en Belgique avec Crystal Sparkle van Begeveld.
Well, now for Belgium, Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle van Begeveld.
Robin Vermeer qui l'emportait hier sur le Grand Prix du CSIP. Et qui court ici son 2e championnat d'Europe, puisque l'année dernière, elle était 7e par équipe à Strégom. 2e d'une épreuve à Compiègne sur le CSIP d'Afrique.
Robin Vermeer for Belgium. Next to go on Crystal Sparkle van Begeveld.
Chestnut mare, 17 years old.
Penalties on this 17-year-old.
Clear all the way so far for this 17-year-old mare, ridden by Robin Vermeer. And unfortunately knocking a pole out in the early stages of this competition, this round. Well, once again, just showing how difficult it is to get clear rounds this afternoon. Clear though over the water. And over the last they go. So it is just the 4 penalties for Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle. The Begabeld, unfortunate 4. So they have their first 4 faults of the 4 rounds that they have jumped so far at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023 here at Le Mans. Well, now Alice Foucault and Espoir Durand PRA for France. Bringing forwards their 3 clear rounds to the first of the 2 individual show jumping final rounds.
4 faults for Robin Vermeer with Crystal Sparkle van Gebeveld for Belgium, and for Elise Foucault is next to go. She starts with...
So 3 to come forwards, or 3 to jump in this first round of the show jumping final, and the first of those 3 over the first fence. And it is the Bay Stallion who unfortunately just knocks out the front pole of that Oxa. So another has come here with a clean sheet on 4 so far. Getting the Oxa going down. It's a 9-year-old, Espoir Durand PRA. Owned by Earl Hara de Koninklijke. Now to the water. Well, 80 tears at the moment, but they were okay at the water. A couple of fences down. Clear though over the final. So 80 tears. So proving a little expensive for Elise Fourcade and Espoir Durand PRA on home ground here at Le Mans. Putting them into 8th place overall. As we continue now with our penultimate rider in this first round of the show jumping final. And it is Ellen Hammerstrom aboard Ocean des A.
Next is for Sweden, Ellen Hammerstrom with
the 21-year-old Ocean des A by Vert et Rouge out of Carola III. Well, no problems at the Oxa or at the wall for this combination. Can they, with a clean sheet coming into this final, individual show jumping final, maintain that 0 penalty score to take forwards to the second round this afternoon? Meet Harchers, Hatsports and also Connect Centre AB's Ocean des Arts. Clear so far. Clear at the water as well. Steaming onto the Oxa. No loss of rhythm or forward momentum whatsoever. Now to the upright. Well, they were just, what a shame. They were just running on a little bit, having taken the Oxa, the penultimate fence, in such fine style and forward style. They were perhaps just running on a little bit round the corner. Ocean des Arts fighting for his head a little bit. Ellen just asking the gelding to come back, but maybe just slightly unbalanced going towards that final fence and knocking the top bar off. So it is 4 faults for Ellen Hammerstrom and Ocean des Arts. Well, now James Derwin aboard the Irish sport horse stallion Rincula Babog. Rincula Babog by the great Louisdom.
clean sheet. For James Derwin, double gold medalist last year. Team and
Well,
individual.
James, double gold medalist.
This year with this Rincula Babog, an Irish sport horse.
He won individual gold last year,
Jim Derwin and Harold.
and now, of course, part of the gold medal winning team here on Friday afternoon aboard the Luidum side Rincula Babog. Well, Rincula Babog is almost a slightly smaller version of his father Luidum, the brilliant show jumper Luidum, ridden of course to so much success worldwide by Billy Toomey, and of course a phenomenal sire Luidum, and just wonderful to ride and have the Luidum side offsprings. I say that as someone who rides one of Luidum's offsprings. But you can see, even when he gets strong, it's a great partnership. But he really responds, listens to James, but comes off any stride. Well, that is, I was going to say, unusual. It is a little bit, but we've seen it happening. In fact, 8 faults now. I was going to say we have seen it happening. Great rounds, but then poles being knocked off. It is Rincula Babog and James Derwin, the gold medalist from Stregholm last year, who have 8 faults for this round. 8 faults. So 8 it is that they will take to the next round, the second of the individual show jumping final rounds. They go into 7th place. So, what an interesting first round for the individual show jumping here at Le Mans for the individual show jumping final. It has changed things around a little bit. But it is still all to play for, because as we have seen in the first round, so many what looked as though they could have been clean rounds have resulted in 1 or 2 poles down, particularly a foot in the water. So one has to say, still all to play for, particularly those at the top end of the scoreboard in the second round.
First competitor in the second leg of this individual
So
European Pony
we have
Championship.
56 minutes to run before the second round. So
Just one
that
rider with,
due to
who's
get
still
underway.
is Paddy Reap and Fernando
And
Ferrari.
it is just one rider who has a clean sheet at the end of the first round, and that is Fernando and Paddy Reap. They lead the way. They were a member of the Irish team last year, a member of the Irish team this year. They are the only combination with a fully clean sheet after the 4 rounds jumped so far, of the rounds counting towards the individual show jumping championship here at the FEI European Championship for Ponies 2023. So we look forward to you all joining us once again in just over 55 minutes time, when the second round of this individual show jumping final will get underway. What a treat we have in store. Join us once again a little later on Clip My Horse TV.
Tout ça dans un objet, encore faut-il qu'il soit bien chargé. Je dois l'éteindre pour m'en éloigner. Si je l'oublie, je passerai une belle journée. Sans la haine, le stress, le faux mot, les dangers et tout ce qui me fait me sentir comme une merde ou presque. C'est fou de se dire qu'il y a tout ça dans un objet. J'écoute les notes en fois deux, mais quand j'en fais, ça dure 10 minutes. J'ai pas tant de choses à dire, je crois que je veux juste qu'on m'écoute. Je me demande comment faisaient les gens avant pour se donner rendez-vous. Moi j'ai besoin de checker 1000 fois mon écran pour être sûr de mon coup. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Amour, haine et danger, dans un objet. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Je peux pas m'en empêcher, dans un objet. Tous les soirs, t'évites le vide, tu regardes 5 minutes. 2 heures plus tard, tes mains transpirent et t'as les yeux qui brûlent. T'as rencontré un tas d'amis que t'as jamais vu pour de vrai. Mais à l'heure où on donne tous notre avis sur tout, aujourd'hui qu'est-ce qui est vrai? T'écoutes les notes en fois deux, mais quand on fait ça dure 10 minutes. T'as pas tant de choses à dire, je crois que tu veux juste qu'on t'écoute. Tu te demandes comment faisaient les gens avant pour organiser un date. Toi tu zoomes des heures sans rien faire derrière l'écran, et puis tu te sens bête. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Amour, haine et danger, dans un objet. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Tu peux pas t'en empêcher, dans un objet. J'écoute les notes en fois deux, mais quand j'en fais ça dure 10 minutes. J'ai pas tant de choses à dire, je crois que je veux juste qu'on m'écoute. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Amour, haine et danger, On me dit que je suis addict, c'est pas ma faute. Je culpabilise quand je regarde la vie des autres. Et si on détruisait ce qui tient dans nos mains, mode avion activé au moins jusqu'à demain. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. Amour, haine et danger, dans un objet. Tout ça dans un objet, tout ça dans un objet. On ne peut pas s'en empêcher, dans un objet.
Ever since I was young, coming up. I was marching to a drum, brought the dum. I was focused on me, one. Now I wish that I could hold someone. So tell my mama I love her, call my baby sister, shoot a hug and kiss her. 'Cause life is just a mystery, and it's gone before you know it. So if you love me, won't you show it? 'Cause this life is one big symphony. This night is one for you and me. I'm the strings and you're the timpani. You're my constant tambourine. This life is one big symphony. So glad I got you next to me. I'm the chords and you're the melody. This life's one big symphony. She was the piano on the xylophone. You can have the trumpet on the saxophone. Life is skipping rope, keep going. Finding solace in the note, do. Had to struggle when I broke so low. Writing music just to cope, no hope. Yeah, life is just perspective. Laughing when you wrecked it, smiling when you kept it together. You weathered the storm at the end of the play. You sang all the way. Doesn't matter how off key, if you did it, you will. This life is one big symphony. This night is one for you and me. I'm the strings and you're the timpani. You're my constant tambourine. This life is one big symphony. So glad I got you next to me. I'm the chords and you're the melody. This life's one big symphony. Would you care if I played you the flute? See, it's my favorite one 'cause it's so delicate and beautiful. I pull out the trombone, it feels more suitable. Wanna make you smile, it's been a little while since I've seen the white of your teeth. Been a hard year, lucky the guitar is here.
gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. Bye. Talking lots of smack, oh, that's a kick in the teeth. I'm trying to wash out all the bullshit, yeah, I rinse and repeat. And a psychic Wyndham told me from the leaves in my tea that I should leave, that's the tea. Turn around, count to 3. I'm on the new vision, I'm respecting myself. My number one priority is my mental health. And if you're feeling kinda threatened by my internal wealth, then, well, maybe you should go away and find some yourself. Stupid shit, I'll let it be. I'm washing out bad energy. So let's play some hide and seek and see if you can find me round here in a week. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. Bye. Bounce straight out the country and it feels pretty sweet. Yeah, now there's no more little puppies trying to bark at my feet. Because your energy's none of my concern. And I will take a sweet walk out the room if you're trying to mess with me. Stupid shit, I'll let it be. I'm washing out bad energy. So let's play some hide and seek and see if you can find me round here in a week. I'm gonna bounce. 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 Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Far away so you can't find me. Far away so you can't find me. Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Far away so you can't find me. Far away so you can't find me. Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Jumping on my horse, I'm riding. Far away so you can't find me. Far away so you can't find me. I'm gonna bounce. 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 I'm gonna bounce.
They ran out of lemonade, so I shot that vodka straight. Anyway, she came in, missing bottle off the shelf. I can't drink this by myself. Sit with me, babe. Then I started laughing like it was funny. But it really ain't funny. Take me home, don't shut me out. It's easier, leave me down here on the ground. Take me home, baby, I'm fucked up now. I know it's easier, leave me down here on the ground. 'Cause enough is enough. I can't stand up.
The thing about time is that it comes and goes. Tomorrow will make today a distant memory, and as quick as you were here, you'll be gone. What's in front of you is an opportunity to make right now something you'll never forget. You have the ability to write history, to create a story that will live with you forever. Think back to all the days leading up to today, all the training, the hours of preparation, the pain you felt. They have brought you to this moment. They are the armor that you wear. Right now is about execution. It's about taking all those hours and turning them into the best version of yourself. Today is about being better than you ever dreamed you could be. These are the moments you live for. Gone are the insecurities, the doubt, the disbelief. This day is yours. Look your opponents in the eye. They cannot give what you can. You have built this opportunity piece by piece. You have created an unstoppable force, and it's finally time to reveal that to the world. Let people doubt you. They'll see with time. Let the obstacles stand. You will run right through them. Let everything in this universe tell you no. You have already told yourself yes. The hardest thing in this world to stop is someone who knows they've won before the game has started. This is your everything. Embrace it. Make it so that you never forget today. You are the god of your world, and in your world, you write the script. There is no tired. You left that in the weight room years ago. There is no unsure. Pushing yourself to exhaustion every day took care of that. There is only when. When do you rise up? There comes a point when you've just given too much. Your sacrifice is too great to accept anything but the very best. Everything else is noise. This is your day. It will not disappear with time. It will live on. You have earned today. Go make sure the world knows.
Et un peu plus de 10 minutes. Nous sommes maintenant du premier en piste de ce second acte de finale individuelle pour les championnats d'Europe 2023, réservé aux Ponies côté jumping. Tout peut encore se jouer ici sur ce dernier tracé, ce dernier exercice. Et d'ailleurs, on va en parler un peu de ce dernier tracé de Quentin Pernet et de Jean-Pierre Menot. On va vous inviter à regarder cette barre de spa ici avec les vitraux. 3 plans donc pour commencer de manière à bien appeler les sauts des poneys, les sauts des 27 poneys qui s'élanceront sur la deuxième manche en individuel. À gauche donc très certainement pour commencer sur le numéro 1 de cette deuxième manche et puis ensuite tournant à gauche également pour aller sur cet auxerre des lampadaires, 1,33 m pour la hauteur, 1,40 m pour la largeur. Attention à l'angle qui est préparé ici pour aller sur la première combinaison 3, 3B un angle délicat. On va se retrouver face à l'entrée de piste sur ce double de verticaux aux barres orange que l'on sait pas forcément très bien apprécié par les poneys. 3, 3B, troisième donc exercice pour les couples cavaliers poneys. À droite, cette fois, pour aller chercher l'auxerre numéro 4, Aveille Assurance, et direction la gauche ensuite, en réception de cet auxerre blanc, jaune et noir pour retrouver le vertical qui a fait défaut quelquefois sur la première manche. Alors cette fois, on n'a plus de bidet en dessous. Vertical numéro 5, orange et blanc, donc, qui précède 2, 7 ou 8 foulées. Là, il y a discussion. On a vu bon nombre de cavaliers, bon nombre de coachs recalculer, remarcher cette ligne. Et d'ailleurs, certains d'entre eux remarchent encore une fois cette ligne, puisqu'il y a une vraie décision à prendre ici entre le 5 et le 6, à savoir 7 ou 8 foulées. On va continuer sur très certainement cette foulée pour aller sur le deuxième double de cette histoire de deuxième manche aux couleurs naturelles. On va rentrer sur un soubassement bidet en 7A et puis on va sortir sur un vertical là aussi aux couleurs naturelles. On aurait tendance à vouloir tourner à droite, réception du double, mais non, c'est bien à gauche qu'il faudra aller pour aller chercher la palanque délicate et fragile du vertical numéro 8, une palanque à 1,37 m très exactement pour cet avant-dernier élément du programme. Et puis ensuite, Auxerre en numéro 9, of course Le Mans, pour le dernier élément de cette deuxième manche. Voilà donc un peu le tracé sur une distance de 380 mètres, un temps accordé pour le moment de 66 secondes, sur un tempo moyen à tenir de 350 mètres minutes. Et Arnaud, tout peut encore changer ici, la tendance peut s'inverser. Il y a un seul cavalier qui repart avec un score vierge.
Oui, et je vous dis pas la pression qu'il doit avoir, ce Paddy Rip, venu d'Irlande, puisque c'est le seul avec un score parfaitement vierge. Donc il le sait pertinemment que s'il est sans faute dans cette deuxième manche, il est champion d'Europe. S'il commet la moindre faute, la moindre barre, et bien bam, et ça se jouera dans un troisième round, donc dans un barrage. Voilà donc les règles du jeu. Ils sont 5 derrière à pousser un petit peu derrière pour se dire, nous aussi on aimerait notre petite part du gâteau et pourquoi pas monter sur ce podium. Donc ça va certainement finir au barrage. On verra ça. Le scénario n'est pas encore écrit. Tout peut changer. Alors à mes côtés, j'ai un grand monsieur qui a plusieurs noms. On vous appelle course designer, on vous appelle architecte de piste, on vous appelle chef de piste. Mais après tout, c'est plus le rôle d'artiste que vous avez, puisque c'est vous qui inscrivez sur la piste ces obstacles, qui les construisez, qui tout simplement servent à révéler les meilleures coupes dans chaque épreuve. C'est donc Quentin Pernet qui est le chef de piste de ces championnats d'Europe. Quelques applaudissements s'il vous plaît pour Quentin Pernet, puisqu'il a fait des parcours magnifiques jusque-là. Quentin, merci de vous livrer à ce jeu des interviews. Quel est l'esprit que vous avez voulu insuffler à travers vos parcours lors de ces championnats et notamment lors de cette deuxième manche?
Alors, on est parti sur quelque chose d'assez tranquille. Première épreuve, premier jour, c'était accessible à tout le monde. On a eu beaucoup de sans faute. On a corsé un petit peu sur la Coupe des Nations. On a, je pense, obtenu quelque chose qui était assez sympa en termes de spectacle. Et donc aujourd'hui, 2 manches complètement différentes. Une première manche qui était assez dure, je pense. Et on l'a vu, un peu de sans faute, des lignes délicates. Il fallait piloter. Les barres étaient assez hautes, il faut le dire. Là, la deuxième manche est beaucoup plus ouverte. Le but, c'est de voir déjà les nerfs des cavaliers. On a quand même des cavaliers très jeunes. Et d'ailleurs, il faut leur tirer leur chapeau parce qu'à cet âge-là, d'enchaîner des parcours de ce niveau-là, 5 parcours de ce niveau-là, c'est pas rien. Et et donc là, voilà, vous allez voir une deuxième manche un peu plus ouverte. On va voir les pilotes qui sont capables d'avoir les nerfs solides et qui vont enchaîner jusqu'au bout, tenir jusqu'au bout. Et puis, on espère qu'on aura un beau vainqueur et pourquoi pas celui qui est sans faute, qui restera sans faute. Ça serait le plus beau.
Eh bien, écoutez, on va le leur souhaiter en tout cas. Donc c'est l'Irlande qui est en tête. Alors on dit que vous êtes le chef de piste, l'artiste de piste pour dessiner tous ces tracés, mais je crois que vous n'êtes pas tout seul à le faire.
Alors voilà, on est 2 chefs de piste. Je remercie Jean-Pierre Menot qui est à mes côtés et qui m'aide beaucoup dans la construction. Et puis on a aussi une équipe de piste et c'est pas rien. Je les fais courir depuis 5 jours maintenant. Et voilà, si on peut les applaudir, je crois que ça serait pas mal.
Oui, c'est tous les bénévoles, hein, toutes celles et ceux qui portent ces chasubles oranges qui font un travail formidable, qui ont pris un petit peu de leurs vacances pour venir aux côtés de l'équipe du pôle européen du cheval pour organiser ce bel événement. Une année plutôt exceptionnelle pour vous puisque vous avez déjà construit ce genre de parcours pour les championnats d'Europe vétérans. Maintenant, ce sont les poneys. Et on se retrouve sur un autre championnat d'Europe dans quelques semaines.
Et voilà, ça sera au Haras du Pin dans 15 jours pour les championnats d'Europe de concours complet, pour le jumping. Et là, ça sera aussi quelque chose d'assez sympathique. Et j'espère qu'il y aura du monde à venir voir aussi, parce que je pense qu'on aura des beaux spectacles.
Eh bien, écoutez, merci beaucoup, Quentin. Une nouvelle fois, quelques applaudissements, s'il vous plaît. Retenez bien ce nom. Vous allez en entendre parler certainement encore une nouvelle fois dans les années à venir. Mathieu, dans cette deuxième manche, on a déjà entendu dire qu'il y en aurait qui ne prendraient pas le départ. Donc, on n'est pas dans une manche à 30, mais à combien ?
On est dans une manche très exactement à 27 couples cavaliers-poneys, 27 qui vont donc reprendre le chemin du paddock pour réchauffer leurs poneys et revenir donc disputer pour certains un ultime parcours, mais peut-être pas pour tout le monde, puisque si il y a égalité de points pour se départager une médaille, il pourrait y avoir barrage. Mais ça, on en parlera un peu plus tard, Arnaud. 27 couples donc à s'élancer sur ces 380 mètres de distance, à un tempo moyen de 350 mètres minutes, sur 1,35 m de moyenne pour les obstacles, avec de belles largeurs. On a des auxerres tout de même à 1,45 m, c'est le cas de l'auxerre numéro 9. Et le temps accordé pour le moment est proposé en 66 secondes. Je crois, Maestro, PE, là-haut, que l'on peut envoyer ce que nous, on appelle le chapeau dans notre jargon, qui va signifier que nous sommes maintenant à quelques minutes du premier en piste de cette finale, de cette deuxième manche en individuel.
Une nouvelle fois, bienvenue et à vos places.
A very warm welcome back to Le Mans in the northwest of France and to the FEI Jumping European du Cheval and to the second round of the individual show jumping finals here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. Well, our first round for this individual show jumping final this afternoon saw just one combination, and it was the combination from Ireland of Paddy Reep and Fernando, keeping a clean sheet after the 4 rounds that have contributed so far to the overall standings for the individual horse, pony and rider combinations. Paddy with no penalties to bring forwards to this final today, and also no penalties in that first of the 2 rounds of the final this afternoon. Then we have 5 riders on 4 faults, Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle van Biggeveld for Belgium. For Great Britain, Neil 55 and Isabella Rogers. Sparkling Like a More Joey for Ireland and Kian Dor. And Ocean Diaz for Sweden with Ellen Hammerstrom. And also Helga THO for Sweden with Matilda Hansen in the saddle. Number on 8 faults as well, and those on 12, and those with a few more penalties as well. What a final or a second round we have in store here at Le Mans for the second round of the individual show jumping final. Well, it is a changed course. The course will be over 9 fences. It is a short and different course over 9 fences from the 12 fences and 15 jumping efforts that our course designers Quentin Pernet and Jean-Pierre Menot put down for the first of the final rounds this afternoon, earlier this afternoon. And if we go to a jump off in the case of equality between our ponies and riders, then a jump off is already there in terms of the plan, and we'll of course bring you that should that happen. Well, we'll continue at a metre 35, continue at a metre 35 for the second of the finals, the second of the rounds for the show jumping final this afternoon. Continue at 350 metres per minute. Our ground jury for the show jumping. President of the ground jury for Sweden, Anna Lindqvist, joined by Camille Menal for France, Didier Gond for France, Thomas Demarat for France, and Michel Mathieu for Belgium, and our TD Isabel Fernandez de Cante. So the start of this second of the 2 rounds is now imminent. And the first to come forwards is Sarot Gubitska for Hungary aboard FEI 4 Saison. Over that first fence, the ascending triple bar, turning left to the Oxer at 2, the newly set course. Then to the double. Well out over that Oxer for turning left. Back to the upright. We'll get very close into 7 and just not quite able then to make the strides to the second part of that final double jumping effort fence at 7. Well, 4 faults for the roll pole at the first element of that double. And of course the clock has been stopped as this combination had to have that pole replaced. Well, when presented for the second play time, well done to Charlotte Gubitska and FEI 4 Saison. 9 fences, 9 numbered fences, 11 jumping efforts. Well, 9 it is. That, of course, the roll pole, then the refusal at the second part of the double, 8 penalties, and then that time penalty of 1 to add to that. So they have a championship tally at the end of the 4 rounds that have counted. The 5 rounds that have counted. That's the round on Thursday, the 2 rounds on Friday, and the 2 rounds this afternoon for the Hungarian pair having just completed. Now Disa Hammerstedt and Deriver Demir. So we are continuing to, or we are going again in reverse order. So the order a little different to what it was for the first round of the individual show jumping final earlier this afternoon. One stride between the first of the double jumping effort fencers. Turns all the way in this second course, in this second track set by Quentin Perny and Jean-Pierre Menot. That upright there was, of course, the final fence in the first of the 2 rounds of the individual show jumping final this afternoon. Well, another just a little awkward in that double, but Deriver Demir doing well to pop over that. Did take the top pole with him, but out nevertheless. 8 faults it is so far in this round, and over that final fence to finish. So they have a championship score of 40 at the end of their journey in these European Championships. Disa Hammerstedt and Deriver Demir. Well, now for Italy, Ludovica Camerlengo aboard Orchids Anuncia. Four it is, pole going, and the first part of the first double. 2 uprights. Riders really having to make sure those ponies are on their hindquarters to spring out and negotiate both of those uprights at the double. Now 8 faults. Well, beautifully through 7A and B. No problem for the Italian combination at the second of those doubles. And that wide oxer to finish. So 8 it is for this round, and a championship tally of 40 penalties for the Italian combination of Ludovico Camerlengo and Orchids Anuncia. Well, now for Belgium, Emile Duchesne and Orchids S. Rolando. 28 there. Score. Another one taking out the first part of the double, first of the doubles. Now every vantage space, viewing space filled here at Le Mans around the main arena for this final of the individual show jumping. And again another seeing a a seamless stride into the second of those doubles, and fabulous to seeing the two strides. Oh, I was going to say two strides between the final double, but coming to a halt unfortunately in front of the upright with the plank on top. Well, as we've seen on so many occasions, some of these ponies just wanting to have a look at a fence before saying, yep, no problem, let's go. And that's certainly the case for Orchid S. Rolando, ridden by Emile Duchesne. So well done for getting back into a rhythm for those final two fences. Well, a penalty score of 48 for the championship here at Le Mans, the FEI European Championships for ponies for Emile Duchesne and Orchid S. Rolando. Well, now for Sweden on 24 penalties, coming with this second round of the individual show jumping competition individual final. Aurelie Bartolsen Norton and Vertige de Belleba. And once again, the first part of that first double being very, very influential. There always are a few fences, and certainly it was the water jump, perhaps the most influential fence in the first round this afternoon of this individual show jumping final. Many with clears apart from a foot in the water. And well over 7A and B, so is it that first element of the first double that's going to be the discussion point for our horses and ponies this afternoon, for our riders and ponies this afternoon? Well, into a great rhythm though, and completing really well. So it is a championship tally of 28 for Aurelie Bartolsen Norton and Vertige de Belleba. Well, we continue with those who are on 24 penalties on the tally of rounds so far. And it is Martha Louise Dieu. Well, just a reminder that there will be a jump off if we do see equality at in terms of score at the end of this second round of the individual show jumping final. And once again, the first element of that double going. This is the fifth round, counting towards the tally for the penalty tally for the individual ponies and their riders. Fabulous over that double. And equally well over the upright with the plank on top. To the final fence. Well, just with his head to one side a little bit, our pony for Belgium, Swarovski. Martha Louise Dieu keeping the pony absolutely straight though. So a championship tally of 28 with the 4 to add from that, what is proving to be very influential first part of the double at 3. Now to Denmark and Olivia Dresler aboard Jasmine's Holly. Well, this accommodation, who were second in the first qualifying competition on Thursday morning, clear in that competition under the 72nd mark. It was a table A3 competition, a single round against the clock. and it was a qualifying competition that counted on that first day of show jumping towards the team and individual rankings. Once again, the first element of that double going. Pinging over that second double. Very, very smart over that, and over the penultimate fence, the upright. 4 faults it is. 4 it is. 53.77. So 28 the tally. Came in with 24 into this second round for the individual final. 4 to add. No problem with time. 28. They finish the 5 counting rounds on. Well, just a reminder that it is one combination, and they will be the last to go. Ponies and Fernando for Ireland, who are the only combination who have a fully clean sheet after the rounds that have counted so far. Coming into the first round, there were 6 riders with no penalties, and those clears really hard to come by in the first round of the individual show jumping a little earlier this afternoon. Well, now the reigning French champion. This is Lou-Anne Béraud and Ungaro of Cacophony. Just off the podium, 4th individually at Strake-Home last year. Well, that's how to jump that double. And that fence as well. Well, really showing why they are the current pony champions of France, this combination over that first double. I'm seeing some lovely forward strides into the spread, and then the following double at 7A and B. Pony really lifting himself over that. And over that last as well. What a clear round. The music rings out here in the arena at Le Mans. Okay, came into this second round for this final on 20. They finish their journey over the 5 rounds of show jumping here at Le Mans on 20. Wonderful round of show jumping from Lou-Anne Béraud and Ungaro of Cacophony for France. Well, now Tilly Bamford for Great Britain aboard Lappi Lazuli, and a combination who come forwards with that 20 mark at 20 penalties, having jumped the first round this afternoon earlier of the show jumping final, and a combination who have won the, or a rider who won the 138 centimetre championship at Hoyes, the Horse of the Year show in England. Hugely prestigious pony competition at the Horse of the Year show, the 138 class. Unfortunately, that ox are going down for Tilly and Lappi Lazuli. Well, it remains on 4 because they also very neatly jumped that double. Also accomplished these riders at the pony level, ages between ages 12 and 16, the riders, to qualify to ride ponies. And again, absolutely seamless over 7A and B. Tilly part of that bronze medal winning team Great Britain on Friday afternoon. Well, super round from Tilly Bamford and Lapi Lazuli. That unfortunate 4 faults. And I'm sure the combination connections will be pleased with that round. Just an unfortunate 4 faults. They finish on a championship score of 24. Now Bethany Vos and Still Got Me for the Netherlands. Member of the Dutch team last year. The Dutch team who were on the podium. Third last year in Stragon. Just tip the top pole off that double at 3A, the first part of that double. Certainly asking the pony to accelerate into that following oxer. Yeah, running through the contact a little bit. Still Got Me, still managed to make that, knock it down, but still managed to take that oxer, but he's running on a bit too much here, and Bethany just struggling a little bit. Well, 16 in fact it was, and in fact it was an elimination. Yeah, and it was 2 refusals. 2 refusals, and towards the end as well for Bethany Vos and Still Got Me. Well, now for Monaco, Audrey Venturi aboard Rextador. Audrey, who has ridden for Italy in the past, this year riding for Monaco. 16 penalties, and stopping at that first fence, the ascending triple bar. Well, I was just saying in that first round this afternoon that the score they've had, bringing forward to this final, not perhaps reflecting the really good rounds that they've jumped, fluent rounds that they've jumped, but coming to a standstill before that first fence. So 4 it is on the board, but very, very neatly over the first double, just showing how well this combination can perform. And also that upright going. We didn't see it come down, saw it coming down perhaps 3 times in that first round earlier this afternoon. Of course, it was the final fence in the first over the first track set by Quentin Perny and Jean-Pierre Minot for the first round of the first of the 2 rounds of this individual show jumping final. Took a huge leap at that final fence, super forwards flowing. So 28 it is in total to finish over the days of competition here for Audrey Venturi and Rextador. Well, we continue with France, and a representative from the home nation here at Le Mans in the northwest of France, and it is Lana Messina aboard Casper's Ronaldo. 12 penalties. We are now in those carrying forwards. 12 penalties and 4 pony and rider combinations carry 12 forwards from the rounds jumped so far into this second round of the individual final. That's the way to jump that. Almost turning the pony as he'd gone over the second element of that double. fabulous over the double. Well, we did, when we saw the first couple going, just wondered if we might have one or two challenges there in terms of striding. But most of these ponies, none of it whatsoever, and it is a clear round for Luana Messina and Casper's Ronaldo. What a clear for the home rider, Luana Messina and Casper's Ronaldo. They remain on 12 penalties. They are in 12th place, but it starts to put a little pressure on those who have still to come before them, because 12 penalties is only 3 rolled poles. And we have got, just looking at those to come, we have 5 to come on 8 penalties, 5 on 4 penalties, and then of course our only competitor with the rounds completed so far, Paddy Reap and Fernando, on a score of 0. Well, now Abby Oki for Ireland aboard Bouteille de Saint-Hermel. Just gave that first, the top bar of that first part of the double, a little tap, but it stays. Twelve-year-old Sol Francais mare by Norman Pré, N-O-I-R, but yeah, the first part of that, or the first bar of that, oxer going, so 4 it is. It was very neat and clever over the upright coming off the corner before that oxer. So carrying 4 towards the last fence. Abioki and Bouteille de Saint-Hermel, part of that Irish gold medal winning team in the show jumping final on Friday afternoon. A championship score of 16 penalties for Abioki and Bouteille de Saint-Hermel. And that just drops them back into 15th place. Well, we continue with those on 12 faults, and we welcome into the arena for Belgium, Laura Tishkins with Naveo. Again, just the slightest of taps on that top rail of the first part of the double, but no problems. Perfectly in the centre of that orange and white upright. And again, another to push out the front top bar of that blue and white oxer. 4 it is, as they turn for home. And a great stride at that last fence. So 4 it is for this round. The final round for Laura Tishkins and a Naveo. So they move from 12 penalties for their 5 rounds jumps to 16 penalties. So Great Britain once again, also on that cumulative score of 12 penalties for the rounds jumped, Harriet Hodge and Little Charlie, the former event pony who was so successful at the British eventing 100 level. Harriet, who's trained by Joe Whittaker. Well, it was a fabulous round from the British pair in the first round, first of the 2 rounds of the individual final this afternoon, and they just unfortunately took the rail off one of the oxers, but apart from that, it was every bit a super round. Neat at the upright with the plank on top. To the final fence. Over they go. Clear all the way for Little Charlie and Harriet Hodge. They remain on 12 penalties. They will be delighted with that. You can see that. Harriet's reaction towards Little Charlie. Another great round of show jumping from the British pony and the British combination. Now Emily Maloney for Ireland and Lady Crown. Ireland, who have looked so very strong individually, and of course they certainly did on Friday afternoon, winning that team gold, but looking so strong individually. Things have just opened up a little bit in terms of the individual standings this afternoon, but we still have Ireland individually leading at the moment, and Ireland also on one of the four falters. And can Lady Crown and Emily Maloney go clear and be one of those to put a little more pressure on those still to come? Two strides, and they once again, this pony making two strided doubles look almost short because of the stride of the pony. Oh yes, what a round. What a round for Emily Maloney and Lady Crown. Two international victories to the name of Lady Maloney, Lady Crown and Emily Maloney before they came here to these European Championships. So they finish on 8. They had 8, and it is 8 that they finish on. And the next rider to come forwards, it is the reigning, it is in fact Elise Foucault who is forwards with Espoir Durand PRA. We do have another of the Irish riders due to come forwards, and it is due to be Rinkula Babog and James Derwin, also on 8 faults. But the turn of Elise Foucault on Espoir Durand PRA. Jumped that as well as anybody. Efficient off that turn. And to the huge crowd here at Le Mans, watching this spectacular second round of the individual show jumping final. Just tapping that out of its cups, the top bar of the second part of the double. Well, as is often the case, whether it's with the ponies or the horses, we often see unfortunate fours, and that's certainly the case for Elise Foucault and Espoir Durand PRA. Apart from that, a super round. They finish with the 4 in this round to add to the 8 they brought forwards to this second round in the individual final, and so they finish their championship on 12 penalties. Now for Germany, Leonie Panda aboard Indy Mill A. For Germany, who were 5th in Stregholm a year ago in the team standings. Yeah, well, we're really seeing this first double being jumped so well now. Another to be very neat And smart at that upright off the corner. Yeah, perhaps just running on a little towards the second element of the second double. 4, unfortunately. So 4 it is for Leonie Panda and Idemil A for Germany. So they also have 4 to add from this round to add to the 8 that they broke forwards. So 12 it is for their championship also for Leonie Panda and Idemil A.
On repart au Danemark à présent, on repart avec la Canadienne Christensen avec sa haute essai des avis. 3 partout son faute au fauteur, elle a été parfaite sur la première manche ici en individuel. Alors pourquoi pas au niveau des 6.
So now for Denmark, Palmer Sophie Gray, Jansson Christensen, Bodesi des Eveline, the pony before us in the arena. Also on 8 penalties coming into the second round of this individual show jumping final. Yeah, some smart riding there from our Danish rider. Allowed the horse to keep moving forwards, but really sat up, kept the balance to make sure the horse had its hind legs underneath it to make those that last double. Well, what a super round. Oh, in fact, slightly over the time. Well, in fact, we're just, yeah, all was good there. So they finish on 8. They finish on 8 penalties. So all look to be good there. Just waiting for that confirmation to come through for the Danish combination having just completed. Well, now James Derwin and Rikula Babog, the Irish sport horse stallion, by Louidum. James Derwin aboard, the combination who are the defending European pony show jumping champions. Well, he was rather moving his head around Rincola Babog in that first round, fighting for his head. We saw exemplary rhythm and flow from this combination in earlier rounds in the week, and possibly the reason why we had a couple of faults, although a couple down in the first round this afternoon, although as I did say, those clear rounds were hard to come by because there were many who had really good rounds but just either had a foot in the water or rolled a pole. But this is looking very good for the defending champion James Derwin and Rikula Babog. They are in fact clear. They remain on their tally over the 5 rounds here at Le Mans of 8-8 for James Derwin and Rikula Babog. Well, they are in 7th place as it stands at the moment. We, of course, wait to see what those who come ahead of them can deliver. And the first of those is Isabel Rogers aboard Neil 55. And she is the first to come forwards of the 4 falters. Just 4 faults from earlier rounds in the week for Isabella Rogers and Neil 55. because their early round this afternoon was a very impressive clear. And unfortunately the front bar of that oxer going down. So a running tally of 8 at the moment, 4 so far in this round. Well, a combination who have jumped so well, another who have jumped so very well over the days of competition here at the FEI European Championship for Ponies 2023, finishing on a championship score of 8 penalties. Isabel Rogers and Neil 55. We of course just wait to see how all this finishes in terms of penalties at the end of the day, and whether we are going to have a jump off. And it is now Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey for Ireland. So 2 more to come for Ireland, including our leading combination on a 0-point score for Nando and Paddy Reap. But now before us, for Ireland, Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey. Eight international wins in total for Cian Dor. Very experienced at the international pony level. Certainly knew how to ride through that, and the pony certainly knew how to jump. Well, there is so much strength and depth within Europe, within the pony show jumping, and of course eventing. But if you look at the last couple of years, you have to think that Ireland are building something very special within the ponies. To the final fence, over they go. The music rings out once again here in the arena, the packed arena here at Le Mans, because they remain on 4 faults. Now 4 faults gained in the first round this afternoon of the individual final. They had a clear score up until that first round this afternoon. They are clear again in this second round of the individual show jumping final. Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey. Well, they really now put some pressure on those to go, because we are still due to have 2 more to come of the 4 falters. In fact, 3 still to come of the 4 falters. The first of which is Matilda Hansen aboard Helga THO. 4 faults from that first competition, that first round, I should say, of the team event on Friday. Like so many of these ponies, I was going to say, get huge height over the fences, and just as I said that, just knocking the front bar of that oxer out, the top rail of that oxer out. To the last, carrying 4 faults for this round. Over they go, and it is 4 that they carry through the finishing line, over the finishing line. So 8 for the championship for Matilda Hansen and Helga THO in 5th place as it stands at the moment. Individually in this second round of the individual show jumping championships. So we continue with the 4 falters. And Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle, then Biggerveld will be the next to aim for that clear. As did Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey of the 4 falters. perfect through the first of the doubles. As neat as you like over that upright and over that oxer. Well, these two really are in a fabulous rhythm. They come to the last. Are we going to see another clear? Yes, we certainly do. We certainly do. So they remain on 4 championship penalties. They remain in second place, along with Kian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey, who have 4 faults in total, but have jumped this second of the 2 final individual show jumping rounds, and had a clear in the process in this second round. So, Ellen Hammerstrom now aboard Océane des As. The next forward with the 4 penalties from this afternoon and earlier rounds. This accommodation who were third in that first qualifying competition on Thursday morning. That single round table A3 competition gave that vertical a bit of a rub, but it stays. Combination who were top 20 last year at the European Pony Championships in Stregholm, were really asking the pony to leap over that penultimate fence, and the pony obliging and equally well over that final fence. Another brilliant round, this time from the Swedish combination of Ellen Hammerstrom and Océane des As. Well, we're seeing some masterclasses from our ponies and their riders this afternoon. So impressive. So, the third of the second of the 4 falters. We're just waiting for this score to come up. In fact, should be the third of the 4 falters to have gone clear. Well, now it is our leader, Paddy Reap and Fernando. They have a clean sheet. Can they go clear to take individual gold? Member of the Irish team last year, and of course that brilliant gold medal winning team here on Friday. The whole of the Irish team and connections hold their breath. They are clear. They are clear. Paddy Reap and Fernando. They keep a clean sheet over all 5 rounds. The 2 rounds this afternoon, the 2 rounds in the team championship, and that first qualifying competition on Thursday. Superb, immense jumping and performances from Paddy Reap and Fernando. Huge congratulations to Paddy Reap and Fernando. They become the European Pony Champions, and they follow in the footsteps last year of the individual Pony gold medalists of James Derwin and Ricula Babog. And as I said earlier, our Ireland as they are throughout the levels, are they building something very, very special here, particularly with the ponies? Well, we have a jump off for silver and bronze.
For Ireland, Robin Vermeer, Crystal Sparkle Van Big Veld for Belgium, and Ellen Hammerstrom, Oostende for Sweden. They will jump off over fences 1.
So we do have a jump off for that silver and bronze.
4, 5, and 6. 280 meters, 48 seconds an hour.
And it will be a jump off between another of the Irish riders, Cian Dore aboard Sparkling Lackamore Joey, Robin Vermeer for Belgium aboard Crystal Sparkle Van Biggeveld, and Oostende for Sweden, ridden by Ellen Hammerstrom.
A quarter to 5 for the first of the 3 riders in the arena for the jump off. 4:45.
Well, 4:45 Central European time. 4:45. That is what we're hearing. So we do have a little while before that jump off. In fact, yeah, just 5 minutes. 5 minutes then, in fact, before that jump off. So the course being set. Well, I did say there would be, there is very much a super course in plan for this jump off that has come to fruition, and it will be over fences 1. Then number 14, a new fence, because of course there were 12 fences, numbered fences in the first round this afternoon, 9 in the second. 15, which is also a new fence being incorporated for this jump off. Then 3A and B. Then 4, 5 and 6. So we will be over fences 1. Then 14 and 15, both new fences. Then 3A and B, then 4, 5 and 6. Ireland, Belgium and Sweden to jump off for individual silver and bronze.
Perspective, les amis, perspective, voilà, tous les petits détails ont son importance dans cette finale. Il y a des médailles en jeu, il y en aura forcément un des 3 qui sera déçu, puisqu'il y a des médailles d'argent, des médailles de bronze à prendre, oui, ils sont 3. Donc les médailles en chocolat sont aussi en jeu dans ce championnat d'Europe poney. Alors, le barrage de temps intermédiaire est en Jean-Monod. Et donc de 270 mètres, 47 secondes de temps imparti. Je vous invite à porter votre regard sur les cathédrales des micros des numéro 1 tout à l'heure. Ce sera aussi cette triple bande qui sera tout en numéro 1. Puis on change le jeu. On va directement du côté des tribunes. Vous êtes installés du côté de l'écran géant avec le vertical hors cours qui est donc un nouvel obstacle sur ce tracé qui porte le 14. Du 14, l'observe numéro 15. On ira donc sur l'observe avec justement les chevaux multicolores violets. Réception droite. 3A, 3B, verticale, coulée, verticale. Les barres ont changé, on est orange, on est désormais verte et blanche. Devant la trace rouge. Pile sur le numéro 4, l'observe abeille immobilier. Le 5, le vertical orange et blanc. Et on terminera sur l'observe numéro 6 avec une guette de protection contre vos véhicules.
So this jump off over 280 meters with a time now of 48 seconds. They start on fence number 1, the triple bar. They go on now to just one that was not mentioned in the first 2 legs, the obstacle
So 48 seconds allowed, the time allowed for this jump off. Is it, of course, a jump off against the clock? They will start over the triple bar at 1, which was the first fence in the second of the rounds this afternoon. Then they'll move on to fence number 14, that new fence, the upright, then to fence number 15. They'll come through 180 degrees to fence number 15, a newly inserted oxer. Then it will be sharp right through another 180 degrees to fences 3A and B, that tricky upright, those tricky double of uprights. Then to fences 4, 5 off the loop again, and then to 6 to finish. So 7 fences in total for this jump off, 8 numbered fences, 48 seconds allowed. Well, plenty of turns and twists as we'd expect in this jump off. And plenty of space to gallop in this magnificent arena as well at Le Mans, the way our course builders, Quentin Pernet and Jean-Paris Monod, our course designers, have laid this jump-off track out. Plenty of space to gallop as well on the turn, particularly between these fences and between. Well, what a prospect we have. It has been an absolutely wonderful afternoon of show jumping, of a show jumping final here at the Pony Europeans. And what a way to finish with this jump off of 3 against the clock to decide silver and bronze.
Chers amis, nous avons besoin de vous, vous le savez, pour ouvrir cette finale. Chers amis, voici donc la finale pour l'or, pour l'argent, pardon, et le bronze.
So we are now ready to go. The first to go is Kian Dour aboard Sparkling Lacamore Joey. Of course, these 3 taking place in this jump off for the individual silver and bronze here in this individual show jumping final, all on 4 faults. Our gold medalist Paddy Reep and Fernando, the only combination over the 3 days of show jumping competition to have a completely clean sheet with no penalties whatsoever. We're about to get underway. 48 seconds allowed. Well, the second fence going for Kian Dour and Sparkling and Lacamore Joey. Well, I said there was plenty of turns, but also galloping opportunity. Now to this upright. I did really well to set up Sparkling Lacamore Joey for that fence. And the final fence to finish. What was fence number 6, the final fence, that oxer. 4 faults it is. So they have set the time, Kian Dour and Sparkling Lacamore Joey. 2 to come. And the first of those 2, Robin Vermeer aboard Crystal Sparkle van Begeveld.
C'est au tour de la veste rouge au col noir de la cavalière Robin Vermeer de s'élancer. Alors souhaitez-lui bonne chance, s'il vous plaît, avec Crystal Sparkle van Begeveld. Pour une médaille, il faut être sans faute, ou alors il y aura plus de 4 points, 34-67 points.
The jump off for silver and bronze in the individual show jumping standings. Really got close into that second fence, the upright. But no problem for this pony, Crystal Sparkle van Biggeveld. Close into that as well, but pounced out of it. Well, maybe just a little too much there. So both parts of that double going down. And another as well, so 12 for this round. And another with a goal. So 16-4 down, it is 16. But huge congratulations to Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle van Biggeveld for their performances over the days of competition here at the FEI European Championship for Ponies. So that means that leading the way in the jump off for silver at the moment, sparkling Lackamore Joey and Kian Dor as the third and final combination of forwards in this three pony jump off, and it is Ellen Hammerstrom aboard Ocean Desert. A clear will obviously win the jump off and put them into second place overall, into silver medal position. Started out very well, in a very strong way. Very efficient off the corner, gliding off the corner. Clear so far. Clear it is, and it is a clear that wins silver medal. Congratulations to Ellen Hamstrong and Ocean Desar. They finish on 4 faults for the championship. Just 4 faults, but a clear in this jump-off round means they take silver medal, and then taking the bronze medal, sparkling Lackamore Joey and Kian Dor for Ireland. A quite superb way to finish not just the show jumping, but also the days of competition here at the FEI European Championship for Ponies 2023 at Le Mans, here at the wonderful FEI Jumping European du Cheval, managed by Pierre Rossi and his wife Emmanuel, a renowned equestrian facility hosting numerous international dressage events and very prominent national events throughout the year. Well, our congratulations to Paddy Reap and Fernando, the individual European show jumping pony champions for 2023. Silver medal to Ellen Hammerstrom and Ocean Desart. Total of 4 penalties over the course of the days of jumping. And then Kian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey for Ireland in third place. 4 faults in terms of the cumulative score over the 5 rounds of jumping. But 4 faults in this jump off. And once again, very well done to Crystal Sparkle van Biggeveld and Robin Vermeer in the saddle. 16 penalties in this jump off. And they are individually in 4th place, just off the podium in this final of the show jumping for Ponies 2023. Well, an opportunity to thank all our competitors who have been forwards into the arenas over the last 4 days of competition, 5 days of competition here at Le Mans, whether it's been in the dressage, show jumping or eventing. Our huge congratulations to all the riders and their ponies, to the owners, the connections, and of course the hugely supportive parents and the chef d'équipe and all those connected with the teams. It's always a huge team effort, and our pony riders and their ponies are absolutely outstanding. Well, we're so pleased that you've been with us on the Clip My Horse TV to see this incredible action from the show jumping here at the FEI European Championships for ponies here at Le Mans in the northwest of France, and also the eventing action which concluded this morning here in the main arena with the final show jumping phase, with Germany taking gold in the eventing and also all 3 spots on the podium individually. A quite incredible and superb performance from Germany in the eventing. Well, we're just waiting to see when the prize giving will take place, just how long it will be before the prize giving takes place for the individual show jumping final that has just completed. And but we really hope that you have enjoyed this thrilling competition of show jumping eventing, and we're absolutely delighted that you've been with us here on Clip My Horse TV. Just trying to get a timing for the prize giving for the individual show jumping, the medal presentation.
Pourquoi ça se précise, les amis? Alors vous êtes nombreux d'être restés, merci d'être restés pour les jeux sportifs qui vont louper une belle fête, puisque être champion d'Europe, eh bien ça se célèbre. Et vous savez que le sport n'est beau que s'il est partagé. Et cet après-midi, on a tous communié avec vous et les cavaliers ont communié avec vous autour de ce championnat d'Europe. Donc merci pour ça, merci d'avoir répondu présent, d'avoir vibré à chacune des foulées de la trentaine de poneys que vous avez vus sur ce manche et cette finale des championnats d'Europe de biathlon. Merci d'être là, les amis. C'est tout ce qui donne la valeur aux événements et aux concours. J'espère que vous avez passé des moments de sport avec beaucoup de passion, beaucoup d'émotion. C'est un devoir de se faire un individuel, ce barrage à trois nations, c'est un volant, c'est un continent, et bien 3 drapeaux à l'honneur sur cette édition 2023 des championnats de France Ponies de Jumping, édition 2023, donc qui se conclut par cette revue des pistes. Je crois qu'on va se faire un arrangement en coulisses avec les vestes vertes et la veste bleue qui vont faire leur artiste un très peu de temps. Je pense que tout doucement, d'ailleurs, on pourrait commencer à venir gentiment et prendre un peu plus rythme. Commencez tout doucement, commencez et vous allez voir. Encore continuez.
And so to the prize giving for the individual show jumping here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. What an afternoon it's been. What a European Championships it's been. The individual medalists make their way into the arena. Our gold medalist, Paddy Reep, aboard Fernando for Ireland. For Sweden in silver medal position, Ellen Hamstrom aboard Ocean Desar. And the bronze medalist for Ireland, Cian Dor aboard Sparkling Lacamorje. So our 3 riders dismounting. They'll shortly be taking their places on the podium. For Ireland, in bronze medal position, Cian Dor aboard Sparkling Lacamorje. 4 faults in total over the 5 counting rounds. In the silver medal position, Ocean Desar and Ellen Hamstrom. 4 faults as well over the 5 counting rounds, but courtesy of that clear in the jump off, into silver medal position. The European Pony Show Jumping Champions for 2023, Paddy Reep and Fernando for Ireland, with a fully clean sheet over all 5 rounds of jumping, the only combination to do so. They are our gold medalists for 2023 and follow in the footsteps of Ireland's James Berwin and Ricola Babog, who were individual gold medalists last year. Phenomenal result for Ireland, who were also Team Show Jumping European Pony Champions here on Friday afternoon. And our ground jury, congratulating our riders, presenting the prizes. President of the ground jury, and a link fist for Sweden. For France, Camille Ménard. For France, Didier Gond, and also for France, Thomas Desmarais. And for Belgium, Michel Mathieu. For Spain, our technical delegate, Isabel Fernandez de Canet. And of course, a huge call out for our course designers, Quentin Pernet and Jean-Pierre Menot for France, who are also the course designers for the eventing final phase this morning here in the main arena. Just wonderful, the show jumping courses that Quentin and Jean-Pierre have designed for our riders. The Irish national anthem rings out once again here at Le Mans. After a quite superlative performance from Paddy Reep and Fernando. Well, now, lots of other good prizes. Tremendous prizes for both horse and rider being presented to Paddy Reep, Ellen Hammerstrom and Kian Dorr. I was saying on Friday after the show jumping team, or during the team show jumping medal presentations, podiums are always very special, and these riders between the ages of 12 and 16, so special, and memories that will live with these young riders for the rest of their lives. Well, now the photographs of all our podium winners on the top of the podium. Kian Dorr for Ireland and Ellen Hammerstrom joining Paddy Reep on the top step of that podium. Hugely appreciative applause for all concerned, for our three podium winners, but for everyone concerned. And friends, connections being asked to join the riders for a photograph. Super. These are very special moments, and I was saying it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're pony riders, youth riders, junior riders, young riders or full seniors, so special. But for these pony riders, this really is something else, and for all their connections, for the parents and relatives of our riders, of our pony riders. Does it get any better than this? So, more family members and connections of Paddy Reep, Ellen Hammerstrom and Kian Dorr coming together on the podium. And these photographs will ring out around the World Equine Press So our riders making their way back to the ponies after those very special moments. So our riders are mounted and we are ready for the lap of honour. Paddy Reap aboard Fernando for Ireland. Having received his gold medal, leads Ellen Hammerstrom and Ocean Desart, silver medalists, and Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey, also for Ireland, bronze medalists on their lap of honour. And wonderful to see that so many people have stayed, because it really was a tremendous crowd around the arena this afternoon. Every vantage point taken, and so good to see that so many have stayed for the podium presentation, for the medal presentation. Ireland once again individual pony European show jumping champions. They were team gold medalists on Friday in the show jumping. This time it is the turn of Paddy Reap aboard Fernando to hold the gold medal and be European pony show jumping champion aboard Fernando. Many, many congratulations to Fernando and Paddy Reap, to the silver medalist Ocean Desart and Ellen Helmstrom, and to Ireland's Cian Dor and Sparkling Lackamore Joey taking the bronze medal. Well, many, many thanks to the whole team here at Le Mans. And thank you to our ponies and their riders and all their connections for their outstanding performances. Thank you so much for joining us here at Clip My Horse TV. It really has been my great pleasure to bring you all the action from the show jumping and the eventing here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. This is Nick Wood signing out of the FEI European Championships for Ponies for the last time this year, but we look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.
Bye bye.